What's up, guys? Ricky Roll here. We're going to do a little segment of Ask Ricky, and these are your questions to help you become more of a conscious alpha, whether that means creating more alpha attraction with the women around you, dominating your higher purpose, or building the lifestyle you want on your fucking terms. All right, so post your comments and questions down below or shoot me a DM. Today we got a question from Mr. Alex, and he writes, "Hey Ricky, hope you're staying well." I am. Any guidance on the situation, my man? What is the situation? I moved into a new apartment. I got the girl next door's phone number. Girl next door phone number is always good. I invited her for coffee. She chose a cafe near where we stay. Perfect. Afterwards, she invited me to sit with her at the pool where we talked for 3 hours. Seems like there's a connection there. She complimented me, saying I am like a politician. I dress slick, talk, posture. There were good indicators of interest, like smiling and eye contact. Her roommate left and she said she feels lonely. She showed me her apartment and lets me come into her kitchen area and lounge area. She talks a lot about her sadness, loneliness, and anger at the building manager. She says she's not a hugger. So it's hard to keynote escalation from her. Means physically escalate. Got some old school pickup terminology in there. Love it. I got a hug from her by bonding over Rammstein. She's German. I used to listen to Rammstein. It's a good heavy metal band. Today she invited me to the pool again. It is dirty. I told her it's boring and I went shopping with her. I noticed after 5 hours of time we didn't do any kissing, any touching, just simple social touching for attention. She seems quite closed and too self-conscious, very judgmental of others. She thanked me for taking her out and appreciated leaving the apartment that she hates. She had a stain on her shirt. I told her to take it off and she smiled. That was a good little thing. I like that. Told her to take it off and she smiled and said she should. Then she said she will take it off in her room. I told her I can help her in a flirting way. Very good, man. That's very good. I like that. When we eased it by, joking that my suggestion was innocent. At the end of the day, she didn't hug me, saying I'm not a hugger again. Is there something I'm doing? Is this girl a waste of time? So this is a good question. So thanks for posting this. Honestly, Mr. Alex, you seem like you did well. I like how you spent time with her, you got to know her. And that's good too, like especially when you get into higher levels of game, when you've got some experience under your belt. The more chemistry you have with the girl, the better it's going to be when you actually hook up with her, right? And you can just have a better relationship with her in general, whether that's going to be casual or something further, right? I would say, though, this is one thing you have to keep in mind. Once you get better with certain levels of game, I even talk about guys, that are afraid of getting rejected. And at a certain level, first you think it's you, and usually at the beginning it is you. You have to get your skill level up to a certain level where you're okay talking to women, even okay taking a rejection. And when you do that, when you build that confidence in that situation, you're able to become more aware, right? Alphas are very aware, right? They're in the moment, they're co-creating in the moment, you have access to your alpha intuition, which is where you can have like a really cool connection and really cool experiences with women, and that's what makes seduction and attraction fun. But the key thing to remember too is, just as you're a guy and you've had to work on yourself and get over your own baggage, right? A lot of guys have to get over their own bullshit so that they feel confident with women. Women have their baggage too, all right? And that's kind of a certain level of seduction is where you have to help ease women into the seduction, right? Every woman wants to be seduced when it's done properly, but your job as a man, once you've developed enough competency to feel confident on your own, you don't need validation from her, is to help open her up. Now, it seems like you actually tried that, and I like that. I like how you threw in little flirtatious things like with her shirt. You're like, oh, you should take it off, right? You just threw in those little seeds, and then you saw where they went, like if she actually went for it or not. It does seem though, because you mentioned at the beginning, however, um, she talked about being lonely. She's not a hugger. She's mad at the manager. It sounds like she has actually some inner work she needs to do, quite honestly. So it's not you, my friend. It's really her, and it seems like she's closed off. So what that tells me is there's probably a wound there. Maybe a past relationship. Or maybe even maybe something with her father. Like it could go even deep, where she's closed herself off and she's like, I'm not a hugger. Like I don't want to get close. I don't want to open myself up, right? So what I would do, you said, is this girl a waste of time? And I'm someone who's a high performance fiend too, always looking to do everything that you're always looking to climb that mountain, right? And I know for you, you are a very ambitious motherfucker. So what I would do is I would just friend zone her, quite honestly. She's not putting out the indicators, and she's not taking an effort to be more open with you. And if you don't have that time investment to be that guy, and maybe you shouldn't be, because maybe she actually needs to go get therapy or work on herself. You shouldn't be like just an emotional tampon, right? Like, so what I would recommend is just keep her as a friend, because always having girls with you as friends is very beneficial to like your social circle and to your mental health as well. I feel like having girls as friends are going to help you. Even it doesn't mean you have to hook up with them, but they're like, women attract other women. So even going with her like you did shopping, use her as a wing woman. If she's not interested and she doesn't want to take the opportunities you're giving her when you flirtatiously advance things, that's fine. Then use her as a wing woman, and when you're out with her, go flirt with other girls. And either A, that's going to motivate her to be like, oh, I do actually like this guy. I actually do want to get sexual with this guy. I'm going to, get over my bullshit and, and hook up with this dude, or not, right? Or I'm going to stay his friend and I'm going to work on myself, right? And it's good to keep a boundary with people like that too, because as much as you can care for people and want to help them, they got to help themselves, right? You can guide them, but again, you don't want to be that people pleasing crutch where they're just draining you with their emotional baggage. Like you can be there for them, but you got to kind of guide them in the right direction, and then they have to take that direction. And if they don't, then you got to make a decision there. So, long-winded answer. I would say you did great, my man. I would say it's really on her. It seems like she has a lot of baggage where she's not ready for that yet. But my thing at the end of the day is, just like put some distance between you and her, right? You don't have to kick her out immediately, but like break the proximity, especially since you do live as like a neighbor to her and whatnot. Just keep her as a friend. Just friend zone her, and then just go pursue other women. And that way she will either, girls usually, if they want a guy, they know how to turn on the charm and whatnot. So she'll either leap to, become more flirtatious with you. And usually when you shift your focus to another girl, she will feel it, and she'll either decide like, actually, I want this guy, I want to fuck this dude or whatever. She'll make that decision. And if not, then she needs to stay in the friend zone where she belongs. So I hope that helps. For the rest of you, leave your questions and comments down below, and I'll see you next time. Peace, my friend.